A.Q. Khan, a rogue Pakistani scientist, has done more than any other person or country to spread nuclear weapons around the world. Name a nuclear hotspot, and Khan's clients are there. Iran, North Korea, Libya, and perhaps the deadliest potential customer, a terrorist network willing to make its own nuclear jihad. This is the story of one man's deadly legacy that spread around the world. How he managed to get away with it for so long, and how the nuclear seeds he helped plant could explode anytime, anywhere. The path to the worst nuclear proliferation scandal in history started here in the Netherlands in the early 1970s. For more than a decade, a young Pakistani named ABDUL Kadir Khan studied quietly in Europe, earning a degree in metallurgy. But in 1974, Khan's world changed forever when India exploded an atomic bomb. Pakistan's hated neighbor and worst enemy now had nuclear weapons. And Khan suddenly had a new purpose in life.
A.Q. Khan began as a nationalist. At that time, his sole purpose was to take revenge on India. That's when he started appropriating the secrets.
From Amsterdam, Khan wrote to the Pakistan government, offering his services. He became, in effect, a spy working to steal the West's nuclear technology. He got a job at a subsidiary of Urenco, the European Nuclear Consortium. This was the holy grail of nuclear power that Khan was after. How to build centrifuges that spin fast enough to enrich uranium to make fuel for the bomb. When caught translating secret Dutch nuclear documents, Khan said he was just writing a personal letter home. Then Khan raised more suspicions by asking too many questions at a nuclear trade fair. Eventually, the highest levels of the Dutch government in The Hague and Western intelligence agencies realized they had a nuclear spy on their hands.
Of course, this was discussed. It was known by our intelligence.
Ruud Lubbers was a cabinet minister at the time. He would soon become prime minister.
Safe to assume that already in 1975, Washington was aware that there was a young Pakistani, Mr. Khan, who had stolen knowledge of the enrichment knowledge technology. Although the CIA was fully informed, that must have been, they knew that there was still an attitude of let's say fair, let it go.
When the Dutch were ready to pick up Khan, the CIA and others in American intelligence went to the Dutch and said, no, don't touch him, we want to follow him.
David Sanger, the White House correspondent for the New York Times, has been investigating the Khan network for more than 3 years. He says the CIA's gamble to let Khan go would eventually have devastating consequences.
At some point along the way, the CIA lost track of Khan's transactions. They knew where Khan was, but they clearly didn't know what he was doing.
The CIA knew Khan wanted to build a bomb for Pakistan. They never suspected he would soon have much bigger schemes. In late 1975, Khan fled back to his native Pakistan with his stolen nuclear secrets in hand. Ruled off and on by military dictators, at the time Pakistan had 50% more soldiers than teachers. But no matter how backward the country was, Khan was given strict orders: build the bomb at any cost. Those orders came from Pakistan Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. His daughter Benazir, who succeeded Bhutto after he was deposed and executed, recalls her father's famous words.
After India detonated its nuclear device in 1974, he said, "We will eat grass, but we will build the bomb."
Bhutto called on the Arab world, hardliners like Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat, Libya strongman Muammar Gaddafi, and others, to rally behind his push for what he dubbed the Islamic bomb.
No matter who is pitted against the forces of Islam,
he said it quite clearly that the Hindus have a bomb, the Christians have a bomb, the Jews have a bomb, and the only civilization that does not have a bomb is Islam.
Shahid-ur-Rahman, a respected Pakistani journalist, literally wrote the book on Pakistan's nuclear quest. He says Khan set up a vast black market, drawing on the contacts he made while in Europe to get his hands on vital nuclear materials.
There is no secret about this. Pakistan's nuclear program is based on borrowing, stealing, smuggling.
And American money. Khan's bomb was a weapon for a military that got billions in aid from the United States. It was the 1980s, and America wanted a strong Pakistan to take on the Soviets in Afghanistan, even if that meant turning a blind eye to Khan's bomb program.
Everybody knew that Pakistan was in the process of building a bomb.
Pervez Hoodboy is a lone voice in his country, a nuclear physicist who is also a leading anti-nuclear activist.
If you were to stop a cab in Islamabad or Rawalpindi and say, "I want to go to the bomb factory," they would know exactly where to take you. And yet the CIA would specify year after year to the President of the United States that Pakistan was not about to make a nuclear weapon.
Whatever the CIA knew, what it didn't calculate is that the bomb Khan was building might be attractive to other countries. Because to make fuel for his bomb, instead of using huge, costly plutonium reactors, Khan assembled a cascade of thousands of smaller, cheaper uranium centrifuges, spinning faster than the speed of sound.
One little problem with a part, and they tear themselves apart. They explode. He was a genius at making these things work.
At the New York Times, when Khan's innovative techniques came to light, they were studied by science reporter William Broad, who joined David Sanger in investigating the Khan network. This flowchart shows the two paths to make a bomb, the plutonium route or the uranium route. And Khan took the shortcut.
This is the plutonium route up here. You need reactors and all this kind of stuff. If you've got centrifuges and you can make this highly enriched uranium, you can short circuit all this stuff and just go directly to weapon or device fabrication.
This is the one-stop shop, the easy, do-it-yourself technique.
Which caught the attention of neighboring Iran. Khan was still perfecting his machines, but the Iranians secretly began buying drawings and parts from Khan in deals that eventually gave them about 500 centrifuges.
Iran's nuclear program, much of it wouldn't exist if it weren't for the ABDUL Khan network. All of the technology for the centrifuges came straight from the ABDUL Khan network.
But nobody, not the CIA nor the weapons inspectors in Iran, understood what Khan and the Iranians were up to. For the next 18 years, Iran would manage to keep its program secret, until it exploded onto the world stage as a full-blown nuclear crisis. Back in Pakistan, Khan's years of labor were about to pay off. In May 1998, the mountains of southwest Pakistan would tremble and collapse when Khan and his team exploded a subterranean atomic bomb.